Just turning up will not cut it. The amount of people I see that come to me, they'll send me their clips of them training, and they will be garbage. They will be of a poor standard. They will be of a half-assed standard. You're not going to get the physique you desire by training like that. It is that simple. Just turning up to the gym does not work. I can tell you that right now. If you're training at around 80% capacity of what you're truly capable of, you will not really look that good. You won't look like you lift. I can tell you that for free. I've literally lived that experience. And I realize now, in the past, I thought I was training hard because I was getting sweaty, I was getting tired, it was still uncomfortable, but there was more left in the tank. And it's only since the past 3 months I was training with a good friend of mine and what ended up being a very, very good training partner, because we simply pushed each other session after session, hammered each other in between sessions, raw abuse to each other in between sets to make sure that we got the best out of each other. Every set was a competition. Who got the most reps won the set. Whoever won as many sets as possible in the session won the session, and then we then went so on and so on until we had a winner, because everything is competition, especially when you've got your friends. You want to compete on absolutely everything. They must be your friend, but they must be someone that you fucking compete with and you want to beat session after session after session on everything, in fact. Not just on training, on every single aspect. You want to compete with your friends, you want to compete with your family, and you want to fucking win. You want to make sure you win. Now, by the fact that both of you are competing, this is the way I always used to look at it, or this is the way I do look at it when I'm competing with people that are very close to me. I think, well, if we compete together and we absolutely milk the shit out of each other in whatever realm, fitness, money, like improvements in ourselves, if we milk the shit out of each other, we're gonna beat everyone else, because it's us and them. Like, when we're competing against each other, it's fucking me versus them, 100%. It's me versus the competition. However, outside of me versus him, it's us two against the fucking world. It's us two against everyone else who wants to come and infiltrate our tribe and take what we've got, take the resources, take the life's fruits away. So by competing with someone that's with you, you will be ready for the fucking vultures, for the barbarians that are ready to come and shit in your castle. That's the way you want to look at this. You want to find a training partner, make him fucking uncomfortable, make him burn himself in the gym, make him train to places he doesn't want to, make him walk out the gym absolutely toast. And that's how you're going to get the best out of him. You're going to want to beat him, so you're going to get the best out of yourself. If you're just training by yourself, it's so hard to get the same effect. It really, really is. The most amount of progress I saw in such a concentrated time was probably from November round to February or early March this year. And it was simply because of training like that. I saw the most amount of progress. I really, really did. Numbers were flying up. We worked up from like a 40 kilogram flat dumbbell press for like 10 reps, and then managed to get all the way up to a 50 for like eight. Yeah, eight was the max. We'll call it eight for a clean. And that's a good amount at the highest of weights, because we're just getting in there and moving exactly everything we possibly can. Like, to be honest, you've got more in the tank. And if you're not training that way, you're not going to look that good, because your body will not hold muscle if it doesn't need it. Because it fucking takes energy. It takes literal calories to keep a certain amount of muscle on your body. And in terms of oxygenate it and looking after it, it takes energy, it takes effort. Your body doesn't want to be like fucking jacked. It wants to live at homeostasis. It wants to be pretty close to your natural form. But we obviously don't want that. We wanted to change how we looked. We wanted to improve our body composition, drop off fat, build muscle, so we had a strong physique that we are proud of. The only way you're going to do that is through hard, raw stimulus, hard mechanical tension, through good, solid working sets on the muscle. If you're not training like that, it's simply not going to, you're not going to be able to do it. Like, you will not get the physique of your desire. And I may be telling you to train hard. Everyone thinks they train hard. I'll tell you what I'll do in this video. I'll give you an example of what a hard set like truly looks like. Let's go in and show you what that would look and feel like, just so you've got something to go off. Okay, so this is the set we're going to watch. Just because this is a recent video, I did have an older one, but it was the best part of a year ago now, so I'm not going to continuously use that. So this is a flat press exercise. I'm going to start to move away from telling people to really focus on tempo. That's about as slow as it really wants to be. Because any slower, you're just kind of milking it. So steady. Control on the way down is the key factor. Control on the way down, little bit of a pause in between, not bouncing out at the bottom, not waiting there forever either, because that's also used as cope. And then when it starts to get tough, this is where the money happens. speed of repetition and the last contraction. That's how you know you're taking it to failure. And when you get to the rep you can't do, you try anyway. You try anyway. You keep going. You keep going. That rep was probably in that last rep. If you watch this, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seconds to try and contract that. Like, that's longer than most people are contracting. People are contracting the load on their last rep and it's going bang. 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds max. If it's 4 seconds to try and contract that last repetition, you're cooking on gas. You're going to grow muscle because you've hit failure. That's all that really matters, is the fact you hit muscle failure and you're unable to do another rep. You're going to grow at that point. The number on the disc is kind of irrelevant. The number of the rep is also pretty much irrelevant. If it's lower than 5, then you're looking at just simply strength. You may as well lower it a little bit more to get some more time and attention on the exercise. But the thesis is just get in there and make sure your last repetition is 4 seconds to contract the muscle. If it is, you're cooking, you're gonna grow muscle. If it's 1 to 2 seconds, you know you could have done more. You know you fucking bitched out and you know you've got more to offer. So don't sell yourself short, because this is the thing. I'm not like barking down the camera to try and get you to like train harder. I'm trying to get you to not waste your time, because it's painful doing something, not seeing a result from it, wasting time, blaming genetics, blaming thinking I can't grow muscle because of X, Y, Z, when you can. Most of the time, if I watched all of your working sets, I'd be able to pick faults in it and be like, could have trained harder there, could have picked a better exercise, could have done more here, could have got an extra rep, could have done a drop set, could have done a partial, etc., etc. You could always be doing more, and you're only going to get fucking older. It's only going to get harder the older you get. So dial it in now so that future you doesn't have to do as hard of a work. Don't eat the marshmallow today so future you can have 2 fucking marshmallows later on down the line. Do the work today. I can't stress this enough. Time is going to pass anyway. You're in the gym anyway. You're already training at your 80% capacity. You're just leaving a little bit on the table because it's fucking hard and uncomfortable to push to that level of leanness, that level of fucking muscle mass, that level of fucking like sheer all-out athlete look. It's hard to get the last bit of body fat off. It's hard to get the extra reps for a reason, but they will yield you fruits. You will get fruits back for the work that you've done. Be that guy, put the work in, and you'll see the fucking results. If you don't, you're still going to look pretty much the same year on year on year, and I don't want that to happen for you. So that's my 2 cents for this video. See you tomorrow.